Hey treasure hunters! What if I told you that the next coin you pull from your pocket could be worth thousands, or even millions? Today, we're diving into the mysterious world of rare Australian 20-cent coins, hidden gems that look ordinary but could make you extraordinarily rich. Whether it's a secret minting error, a forgotten variation, or a rare collector's dream, these coins are changing lives. So don't blink, your fortune might be sitting in your coin jar right now. Let's uncover the secrets of Australia's most valuable coins. The world of rare Australian coins holds secrets that could change lives overnight, especially when it comes to the elusive 1980 bicentennial rare Australian 20-cent pieces. While they may look like ordinary coins clinking around at the bottom of your drawer, certain 20-cent coins from the 1980s have astonished collectors with their astronomical value. What sets them apart is not just rarity but jaw-dropping minting errors, mysterious variations, and historical connections that make them worth tens of thousands, or in some cases, potentially millions, of dollars. These are not coins you simply toss into a vending machine. These are treasures disguised as pocket change. The most talked about variety among these is the 1980 Australian 20-cent coin that features a dramatic minting error, the double bar behind the head of the platypus. This error, caused by a flaw during the striking process, shows two faint parallel lines behind the platypus's head, something easily missed by an untrained eye. Collectors prize this coin not only for its mistake, but for how few were ever confirmed in circulation. An authentic, uncirculated version of this coin can fetch thousands at auctions. The presence of this error creates an air of mystery and makes it a thrilling discovery for those lucky enough to find one. But the 1980 20-cent pieces aren't just about error coins. Some variations exist with slightly off-center strikes, clipped planchets, and die cracks, all of which dramatically boost the coin's value depending on their clarity and condition. These minting anomalies turn everyday currency into collector's gold. In numismatics, rarity is everything, and the Australian Mint's tiny blunders have inadvertently created modern-day gold mines. Each flaw adds a new layer of uniqueness, a fingerprint that separates the extraordinary from the mundane. Then there's the mythology of the million-dollar coin, a term thrown around in hushed tones among collectors. Although no confirmed sale has hit that figure, some rare specimens of Australian 20-cent coins with exceptional errors or historical provenance are believed to be worth staggering amounts, especially in the underground collector market. The excitement doesn't stop at the 1980 coins. Any older Australian coin, particularly pre-decimal or commemorative issues with production quirks, could be worth more than you think. And the 1980s series is often overlooked, making it a treasure trove for those willing to dig a little deeper. A crucial factor driving the value of these coins is their condition. A coin graded as mint state or uncirculated can easily be worth 10 or 20 times more than one that's been jostled in general use. If you happen to own one of these coins in pristine condition, never scratched, never marked, you could be sitting on an asset more valuable than a luxury car. Coin grading, handled by expert professionals, gives your treasure credibility and helps it achieve top dollar in auctions or private sales. It's like turning a dusty book into a priceless first edition simply by preserving it the right way. What makes the 1980 20-cent coins even more compelling is their context. They come from a time when Australia was undergoing a slow but significant shift in coin design and minting practices. During this transitional period, small mistakes often slipped through the cracks. These coins are not just errors, they're accidental time capsules, snapshots of a moment in history when the machinery faltered and the rare was born. This historical backdrop gives these coins narrative value as well as monetary, and collectors pay for the story just as much as they do for the metal. And let's not ignore the psychology of collecting. Every rare coin, especially one with an infamous error or rare design, becomes a symbol of status. Owning a coin that only a few people on Earth possess is a rush of adrenaline, a private badge of wealth and power. Auction houses feed into this exclusivity, creating bidding wars that escalate prices beyond expectation. That's why rare Australian coins, even humble 20-cent pieces from the 1980s, continue to explode in value. They're no longer just legal tender, they're elite assets. So before you toss that pile of change aside, know this: what looks like spare silver could be your ticket to unimaginable wealth. The 1980 rare Australian 20-cent coin might just be the sleeping giant in your coin jar, a million-dollar marvel hiding in plain sight. You don't need to be a seasoned numismatist or a high-roller investor to find it. You just need awareness, patience, and a little luck. Start looking. The next coin you touch might change your life forever. And we describe the worth of 20-cent 1073 coin. Australia's coinage history is filled with hidden treasures, but few pieces ignite as much excitement as the rare and mysterious bicentennial 20-cent coins. Although the official Australian bicentennial occurred in 1988, many collectors and enthusiasts mistakenly refer to earlier commemorative or rare issues, including the elusive 1973 20-cent coin, as bicentennial due to their unique designs and historical associations. Among these, the 1973 20-cent coin has gained almost mythological status in numismatic circles. This unassuming piece of metal, which once slipped quietly into the pockets of Australians, is now a sought-after gem whose value has skyrocketed into the stratosphere for select rare varieties. In the right condition and with the right features, this coin has been known to sell for thousands, and in extremely rare cases, even more. What makes the 1973 20-cent coin so captivating isn't just its age or scarcity, but the whispers of misstrikes, errors, and limited mintages that surround it like a cloak of mystery. One particularly rare variation includes coins where the Queen's portrait or the platypus reverse was struck off-center, resulting in fascinating minting errors that collectors absolutely lust over. Others include double strikes, planchet flaws, or a faint doubling of the design elements, subtle flaws that, paradoxically, make these coins astronomically more valuable. Coins like these weren't supposed to leave the Royal Australian Mint, and yet somehow, a few did. These are the coins that command jaw-dropping prices at auctions, where fierce bidding wars erupt over pieces of metal no bigger than a thumbprint. Imagine holding something that millions of Australians handled without a second thought. Yet now, in the hands of a knowledgeable collector, it could be worth more than a house. The reason these 20-cent pieces have become so precious lies in their rarity and condition. Collectors crave coins in uncirculated or mint state, MS, condition, meaning they show no signs of wear, scratches, or handling. These pristine coins are time capsules, perfectly preserving a moment in Australia's coinage history. But even circulated examples of the rare 1973 20-cent coin with error markings or unique die strikes can fetch staggering amounts. A single coin that once bought a few lollies now has the power to change your financial destiny. It's important to understand that not all 1973 20-cent coins are valuable. Most were struck for general circulation and carry only their face value. However, it's a small handful, those struck with minting errors or those produced in tiny quantities due to mint testing or special presentation sets, that can be worth a fortune. In recent years, a few such coins have fetched five-figure prices at private sales and auctions, with collectors from all over the world fighting to add them to their collections. This is not hype, it's the reality of a market where demand for rarity has no ceiling. The key to unlocking this value lies in expert verification, professional grading, and knowing exactly what to look for. Some of these rare coins have value not only because of physical errors but also because of the stories behind them. Picture a 20-cent coin from 1973 that was part of an experimental batch, used for internal mint testing and never intended to be released, yet somehow, a few escaped into circulation. These coins become legends in the numismatic community, akin to finding a lost painting by a Renaissance master. They carry an aura, a sense of discovery, and collectors are willing to pay enormous sums to own a piece of this mystery. If you have an old coin collection passed down from a relative or tucked away in a forgotten drawer, now is the time to look closer. The recent surge in rare coin collecting, fueled by social media buzz and auction house headlines, has created a perfect storm of value around coins like the 1973 20-cent stories of everyday Australians discovering coins worth thousands in their change have gone viral, sparking a national treasure hunt. Suddenly, the dusty jar of coins on your bookshelf could be your ticket to riches. Interest has also grown overseas, with international collectors recognizing the uniqueness of Australian decimal coinage, especially those struck in the transitional years of the early 1970s. The result? Skyrocketing values and ever-growing demand. You might wonder, how can I tell if my 1973 20-cent coin is valuable? The truth is, unless you're an experienced collector, you might not notice the subtle traits that elevate a coin's value. That's why it's essential to have coins professionally appraised and graded. A grading service can assess the coin's condition, authenticity, and any rare features that increase its worth. Without grading, you might unknowingly sell a five-figure coin for pocket change. And it's happened, time and time again. People have sold rare coins at face value, only for a buyer to turn around and make a small fortune. In a world where fortunes can shift overnight, few opportunities are as tangible and immediate as rare coin discovery. The 1973 Australian 20-cent coin, especially those with errors, rare mint marks, or exceptional quality, is not just currency, it's a potential windfall. It represents the extraordinary possibility hiding in the ordinary. While most coins will never be worth more than their stated value, that one elusive coin could alter your life. So, the next time you come across an old 20-cent piece, don't spend it, study it. Because tucked away in your drawer, pocket, or coin jar might be a tiny metal miracle worth more than gold.